Welcome to the March 2025 Bend Market Update. We're going to dive right in with a chart that's explaining how home prices have remained relatively flat as we went through last year and then into early 2025 here. So month over month, percent change in home values. We saw 0.5% increases, 0.1% increases, but overall prices were staying pretty flat here through most of last year. So one thing we do want to mention is that appreciation does vary regionally. We saw even some negative appreciation, very slight, but still negative in the West North Central US as well as the West South Central. Up in the mountain regions, we're up about 1.4%, Pacific 0.2%, and overall we averaged about 0.4% appreciation here in 2024. Now, we're mentioning all of this because homes are actually, growing in appreciation at more of a normal rate at this point in time. This chart goes over all the appreciation rates heading back to 2019. As you can see, this big pandemic spike here where we saw home prices going up over 20%. We dropped off, even saw a negative mark in May 2023, and now have leveled out right around kind of that 2 to 4% range in terms of home appreciation. So moving forward into 2025 home price forecasts, we're a little all over the board here, everywhere from 4.9% appreciation to negative 2.0%. All right, but the consensus overall is that home prices are going to go up about 2.7% here in 2025. So something to keep in mind, especially as a buyer, if you're waiting for rates to drop. A couple reasons I wouldn't do that, especially if the right property comes up. Again, you're going to have more competition as we head into the warmer months, the spring and summer markets. And then there's that possibility too that prices are going to creep up as a result of that increased demand. So let's dive into the numbers. Ben Beacon report, and this is data for homes closed in February 2025. We had a $700,000 median price. That's down actually a touch from the previous month. 94 total closings, down as well. 45 median days on the market, that has dropped also, and then 3 months of inventory, which is up slightly. In terms of MLS data for Ben, so listed homes that have not sold, we have 495 total listings, which is up 11.7%. We are expecting this number to continue to rise as we head into spring and summer. Again, more of a popular time to list your home, so that is expected. We had 222 listings with change price, 56 median days on market, which was a 44% drop month over month, and then average change from original price was down 4.57%. So touching on that median price in thousands, as you can see here, 735 down to 700K. If we look back historically, all right, let's go back to February, March 2024. We saw this little drop and then prices kick up right after that. So we're kind of looking at the same thing this year and expecting the same thing where as we head into April, May, demand going up, we are expecting a little bit of a bump in price here. We'll see what happens, but that is the forecast as of right now. Looking at median price per square foot, a similar story. Again, we go back to last year, that little dip as we head through kind of the March timeframe. We're seeing that here, but then that pump up as we head into June and towards July. In terms of inventory, I mentioned we were up slightly, again, 2.5 to 3 months of inventory. We're still sided a little bit on the seller end in terms of inventory in our market. However, that extra half a month does provide some more options for buyers. So if you are a buyer in the market right now, continue to keep your eyes peeled for new listings as, again, inventory is up slightly. We're also heading towards a busier time of year when more listings should be coming on the market. In terms of days on market, and we mentioned that drop, 53 down to 45. This was actually very similar to late 2024 in terms of days in market. So we've been actually pretty flat with this statistic. It'll be interesting to see as we look back to last year. We saw that major drop. Looks like, again, it started a little bit sooner, but we bottomed out here April, May, and June, around 10 to 15 days in market. We do expect this number to drop more just with buyer demand increasing as we head into the spring. The bottom line, the beginning of the spring market is happening now. Transactions are happening from both the buy and sell end. So if you're thinking about getting into the market, now may be a great time. A bunch of that competition, as we'll chat about here in just a second. Sellers list now before the seller competition heats up. Again, that's what I just alluded to. Our team often finds that March, April timeframe is kind of a sweet spot to list as you have buyers out doing their thing, but you're also getting ahead of a lot of the other listings that are coming on later in spring and in early summer. Despite higher interest rates, buyers are out in force and sellers are preparing to transact. As I just alluded to with my last 2 points here, transactions are happening. People are excited to be moving, and we're seeing, again, a lot of strategy being discussed in terms of how people want to make their move this year. So all in all, well, get in touch with your agent early to plan for success. So even if you're not thinking of making a move or listing your property till midsummer or even next fall, it never hurts to get ahead of the game and have a conversation with an agent or a lender just to set clear expectations and allow you to either get the most for your money in a purchase or get the most for your property if you're selling. Myself or any other agent at Relo are always happy to have a discussion. Always feel free to reach out. I hope you have a great finish to your month of March, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here in April for the next update.